Funding for this program is made possible by the Corporation of Public Broadcasting and viewers like you. I'm so done with this mission. Tyrese knew this one was going to be hard too. He called it.
Yeah, he was.
Tyrese has jinxed me once again. Thanks, Tyrese.
Hey there guys, Tyrese Joyner here. Welcome to another 259 vlog edition. And of course you already saw my S3 fan reaction earlier today of when I do the reaction of Sigas standing up for himself to the rude security guards. So today I'm here to tell you guys about the historic TLC pay-per-view. It was 11 years ago on December 13th that the TLC pay-per-view made its debut. I mean, some of the matches I remember in the first ever TLC pay-per-view is when Sheamus won his first WWE champion by beating John Cena in a tables match. If you guys want to look at that video, I'm going to put it in the description down below so you'll see the tables match between John Cena and Sheamus. Yeah, that's when Sheamus won his first WWE champion. And who can we forget that D-Generation X, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels competed in a TLC match against Chris Jericho and Big Show. And Triple H and Shawn Michaels won the Unified Tag Team Champions. And who can we forget the first ever chairs match between Batista and The Undertaker. Yeah, it's been 11 years for the first ever chairs match. It was first tested out between Batista and The Undertaker. Christian competed in a ladder match against Shelton Benjamin for the ECW champion. Who can we forget about the TLC pay-per-view that took place on December 13th, 2009, 11 years ago. And also, one of my favorite matches of TLC, it's got to be the TLC matches. I know, and ladder matches, tables matches, chairs matches. I remember 10 years ago when John Cena and Wade Barrett competed in a chairs match. And who could we forget that John Cena had to plummet down 23 chairs on Wade Barrett. Yeah, that is the moment I would never forgotten about. Yeah, John Cena had to plummet 23 chairs on Wade Barrett. And also he got to each and every member of the Nexus, too. And who can we forget that fatal 4-way TLC match between Edge, Rey Mysterio, Alberto Del Rio, and Kane. I mean, let me tell you, TLC is a demolition derby. Anything can happen in the TLC pay-per-view. I do remember that triple threat TLC match between CM Punk, The Miz, and Alberto Del Rio. I mean, the second time when Alberto Del Rio competed in a TLC match, it was the WWE Championship triple threat match between him, The Miz, and CM Punk. And Ricardo Rodriguez just fell off from the ladder, all thanks to CM Punk and The Miz. Yeah, CM Punk did got handcuffed at first, but then later he got out of the handcuffs and he got back the WWE Champion. And who can we forget Triple H and Kevin Nash competing in a ladder match to grab that sledgehammer? Well, that was Kevin Nash's last match ever. Yeah, Triple H taught Kevin Nash a painful lesson. Yeah, he grabbed the sledgehammer and beat the hell out of Kevin Nash. And I remember when Daniel Bryan cashed in Money in the Bank on a Big Show after when he competed in a chairs match against Mark Henry. Yeah, because Mark Henry DDT Big Show after winning the World Heavyweight Champion. But yeah, Big Show held on the World Heavyweight Champion for 45 seconds until Daniel Bryan cashed in Money in the Bank. And who can we forget the time that the Shield competed in their first pay-per-view match against Daniel Bryan, Ryback, and Kane in a TLC match? Yeah, the Shield. Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. Yeah, they can reminisce their first match in WWE, and that's at TLC. And who can we forget that John Cena competed in a ladder match with Dolph Ziggler for the Money in the Bank briefcase? Unfortunately, thanks to AJ Lee, Dolph Ziggler retrieved his briefcase. And I remember when John Cena and Randy Orton competed in a TLC match for both the WWE Champion and the World Heavyweight Champion. And Randy Orton became the WWE World Heavyweight Champion, carrying 2 titles. And John Cena competed in another tables match, only this time with Seth Rollins, with John Cena's opportunity at the WWE World Heavyweight Champion on the line. It was back and forth. It was brutal. A lot of table crashes, but John Cena put Seth Rollins through a table not once, but twice. Yeah, the second time when John Cena put Seth Rollins through a table, yeah, the ref saw it. And who can we forget the first ever steel stairs match between Big Show and Eric Rowan? That happened 6 years ago. Yeah, I can remember these TLC matches, and ladder matches, chair matches, and many other matches. I remember when Roman Reigns could be in a TLC match with Sheamus, but the League of Nations just cost Roman Reigns the WWE Champion. And then Roman Reigns went berserk on Triple H. I remember when Alexa Bliss won her first SmackDown Women's Champion against Becky Lynch in a tables match. I mean, the first ever women's tables match happened 10 years ago, and it first tested out between Beth Phoenix and Natalya and Lay Cool. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And I remember that huge 5-on-5, well actually 3-on-5 TLC match between Seth Rollins, Kurt Angle, and Dean Ambrose against The Miz, Sheamus, Cesaro, Kane, and Braun Strowman. Yeah, I remember that. It was huge. And finally, who can we forget that TLC match between Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and Asuka? Well, thanks to Ronda Rousey, Asuka won the SmackDown Women's Champion, and Ronda Rousey cost both Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair the SmackDown Women's Champion in that TLC match. And of course, Braun Strowman beating Baron Corbin in a TLC match with Baron Corbin's job as general manager on the line. Finally, last year's TLC. Yeah, Becky Lynch and Charlotte Flair competed in a tag team TLC match against Asuka and Kairi Sane. Yeah, lots and lots of good memories in the TLC pay-per-view. Yep, good old times. Reminisce the matches. Well, now the matches for this year's TLC. There are 2 TLC matches that will happen this Sunday. The WWE Championship TLC match between Drew McIntyre and AJ Styles, and Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens in a TLC match for the Universal Champion. But the question is, will The Miz cash in Money in the Bank tonight, or maybe a TLC? Because the last time when Money in the Bank got cashed in a TLC, it was 11 years ago. No. 9 years ago, when Daniel Bryan cashed in Money in the Bank on Big Show. I can already imagine Miz cashing in Money in the Bank on either AJ Styles or Drew McIntyre. Because you know you won't be in 100% after the TLC match. Because it's going to be a real demolition derby for the WWE Champion and the Universal Champion. Yeah, AJ Styles, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, and Kevin Owens. Both of those matches, the WWE Champion and the Universal Champion, will be contested in a TLC match. I can't wait for that this Sunday. Alright y'all, well that's the end of this video. If you like this video, click the like button. For more future content, make sure you click subscribe and the notification bell for more future content. As always, keep it real my friends, and stay in school. Bye bye!
Funding for this program is made possible by the Corporation of Public Broadcasting and viewers like you. I'm so done with this mission. Tyrese knew this one was going to be hard too. He called it.
Yeah, he was.
Tyrese has jinxed me once again. Thanks, Tyrese.